is that time of year again. Time for the biggest poker tournament on the planet.
Let's go, baby!
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's go!
Day one, baby! Let's do this!
Everyone walks into the Rio with the same optimism and dream. Work a little magic at the tables and leave a champion. Chris Moneymaker knows how to get it done.
Doing great. Feel good. Ready to play? As ready as you can be, I guess.
Jonathan Duhamel goes for his second main event title as well.
This is not the year of the Canadian. Write it down.
Greg Raymer is hoping for a repeat of 2004.
This is not the year of Michigan dads. Write it down.
I'm Lon McCarron with Norman Chad and Kara Scott, and we're joined this year by Joe Stapleton to bring us the lighter side of the sidelines.
Joe Stapleton? I don't think so.
Three-time bracelet winner Vanessa Selbst under the bright lights.
The first woman ever to win 3 in an open event.
Gaelle Bauman's here as well.
Last woman standing at the main event twice in 2012 and 2016.
Amateur Steve Rosen. His fold gives way to powerful pro, powerful personality Noah Schwartz. Tough table for the rec players.
And that's Qui Nguyen from Silver Spring, Maryland, Norman Chad Poker League member. Hey, hey, hey!
Queen 10 suited and to the muck. Over to Selbst. Happy 33rd birthday. And she's going to raise it up to 400.
When most people raise, you assume premium hands. When Vanessa raises, I assume 8-6 of hearts.
She's got a law degree and an advanced poker degree.
It's the main event, Lon. I am stoked.
Pierre Delamar, 78-year-old with pocket eights, calls from the small blind. Gaelle Baumann will fold.
Delamar, restaurateur and former discotheque owner from St. Martin.
Here's the flop. A set of eights for Delamar. Top 2 for Selbst, but she's got the less than symbol next to her name.
Yeah, happy birthday, Vanessa. The flop looks like a gift, but it's a booby prize.
The 33-year-old now with a bet of 500 and a long road to win this hand.
Delamar is 78 years old. He's got 45 years of earth experience on Vanessa.
And just a call, and Vanessa wonders, why are you calling? Turn card, another spade. Delamar now has Vanessa drawing dead. Delamar has the action. He checks again. 1,300 now from the birthday girl. And a raise here by Delamar to $5,000.
That check raise might make Vanessa's hair stand up. Actually, it's already standing up.
Leave her hairstyle out of this.
Well, but this is why I don't play poker on my birthday. Too much downside.
There's too much downside any day you play the game, Norman.
Good for you.
If Vanessa feels something is up,
wow. It's level 1. What are you, like, trying to bluff off your whole stack on level 1?
I'll speak English.
Are you speaking enough English to say you speak French? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Qu'est-ce que vous...
Qu'est-ce que j'ai?
Qu'est-ce que vous faites?
Qu'est-ce que vous avez?
Qu'est-ce que vous avez?
Rien.
Qu'est-ce que vous faites?
Qu'est-ce que je fais?
Maintenant, parce que 3 piques, non, je ne sais pas.
Tout pas grave.
Trust me, this is not French. Whatever I'm speaking is not French. I'm sorry, guys. Gaelle, is that even close to French?
It sounded more like Pig Latin than French.
If I show you, will you show me?
Yeah.
I fold. 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 If I show you, you show me?
Qu'est-ce qu'il fait?
There. Oh, you said you were going to show me.
No.
Delamar did seem to agree to show. Never trust anyone with the name Pierre.
Okay, 5-7. 5-7
Wow.
times.
I saw a 10 of clubs, so I think I made a bad fold.
KG restaurateur. I wouldn't trust his menu.
Wow, that was a sick bluff. He said yes, and he mucked it so quick.
I think I made a bad fold.
Vanessa Selbst, one of the best in the game. Born in Brooklyn, she took a detour through Montclair, New Jersey, now lives in Brooklyn once again.
Never trust anyone who went to Yale Law School, unless they are representing you.
That's all you gotta do to bluff me. Just check raise me. Just check raise me when the flush gets there.
2 10s. Bluffy,
You might have had
bluffy.
2 10s.
famous, you know what I mean?
Fair enough. All right, I get out of here. I don't want to bust right away.
They come from all corners of the globe, which is a strange expression, to play the main event. Many of them here because of that guy, Chris Moneymaker. He thinks he's lost the hand. He exposes his cards, ace-king.
King-jack, I guess.
And it's good.
Not good. No respect. Just no respect.
If you weren't playing Angry Birds on your tablet, maybe you'd get some respect. Meanwhile, the guy sitting next to Moneymaker is texting his girlfriend about dinner plans. It's the main event!
I can win today. Hey!
You did the pre-complaining.
I did the pre-complaint. It works. I like it.
Norman, I'm going to cut right to the chase. Usually I do a whole big intro here talking about how great the event is, how exciting it is to be back. But let's get right to what the viewers want. Who is going to win this year's main event? Norman, it's not a rehearsal. We're talking to the masses here. Norman, not a drill. This is real.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize the action was on me. I actually texted you my answer.
Oh.
Should be there.
No, it's not here. Just tell me what you said.
I don't know who is going to win this event because the field is not complete yet. There is still a lot of time to register.
And that, my friend, is why they pay you the big bucks. By the way, new glasses?
No, new face.
Everywhere you look, phones within arm's reach of so many players.
Hello. I'm in the middle of something. We're making the movie here. This is the whole crew. We're doing movie. Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm like Antonio Banderas now. Okay, bye.
It's the main event. Jeez, we thought hoodies and sunglasses were going to ruin poker. It's actually phones.
Back to our featured table. Gaelle Baumann with a raise of 400. Ace, king of clubs. Vanessa Selbst with pocket nines on the button. Just a call.
Vanessa passed the New York bar exam in 2015, says she's never really considered herself a poker pro. It's like Michael Corleone in Godfather 3. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
And the big blind is Jose Rodriguez, Spanish-born pro, lives in Prague. And he's going to call for 250 more with off-suited connectors. Three-way action. The flop is King-5 King. Baumann comes up big with trip kings. Rodriguez checks to her.
When Vanessa was passing the bar in 2015, Gaelle was celebrating the birth of her first child, Leah.
Daughter is 2 years old now. She'll fire away with trips. 700. Vanessa with pocket nines.
This has not been a flop-friendly birthday for Vanessa Selbst.
And she calls with a whisper of a chance. Rodriguez gets out of the way. We're heads up. Turn card now. 8 of spades, the undercard to Vanessa's pocket pair. Could keep her around. Baumann reaching. Big time equity in this hand. That's 1750.
Vanessa in a world of hurt with pocket nines. See, if she had 9-7, she would pick up a gut shot here.
That's the type of high-level analysis America has come to expect from you, Norman Chat.
That's why I stay in shape in the off-season.
A call from Vanessa. Gaelle knocked out Vanessa in the last tournament Gaelle played prior to the main event. 6 of clubs on the river.
You see, you would have a straight now out there if she had 9-7.
She didn't have 9-7.
Oh.
Check. Check for Baumann.
Well, Vanessa should play it like she had 9-7 because Gaelle would just fold if she bet here.
Check, check. Vanessa silently acknowledges her poor luck.
Vanessa should have bet her 9-7.
She will pick up the pot. She's over the starting stack of 50 grand, and we are off and running here on day one. Maybe she'll be Norman's pick to win. The 2017 World Series of Poker is brought to you by PokerGO, the new destination for live poker action. Get in the game today at PokerGO.com. Welcome back to day one of the World Series of Poker Main Event. The players getting settled in here in the early stages. The blinds are low. The stakes aren't quite as high as there will be. Hey, defending champ Qui Nguyen has a lot of new fans.
Here's a novel idea. Ask someone to take a picture for you. We're not on some remote island in the middle of the Pacific. We are in a room with over 1,000 people, most of whom are just waiting idly for the next hand.
And many of whom want camera time with the champ.
Boy, Qui was so much fun to watch at the final table last year. And that guy's shirt looks like a lot of fun.
That seems a little too close for comfort, but the champ handles it well.
The hat is back.
And the 06 champ is here, Jamie Gold.
Jamie Gold on a selfie desert island.
Jamie joined by poker pro Scott Abrams, masters from Stanford.
The elites are ruining everything. Everything. Write that down.
These two will see a flop. Gold raised from the big blind, 8, King, 9. Gold still best with 10s. Abrams open-ended. It's been checked to Scott.
Abrams was 12th at the 2012 main event, the year Gaelle Baumann finished 10th.
Check, check. The jack puts Abrams ahead, but Jamie with a straight flush draw.
Jamie quiet at the moment, but as many of you may recall, he was a kinder, gentler Will Kassouf in 06.
Jamie checked one ahead, now bets one behind, 1,000 from each. River card. 6 of diamonds, and Jamie Gold is best.
Well, Jamie is tough to figure. He bet on the draw and then checks when he hits it.
4th diamond on the board. Jamie with the 10 of diamonds, 2,300 from each, and Jamie Gold will take the pot.
I like that turn.
Jamie's still running good after all these years.
There was no course at Stanford on how to combat Jamie Gold on the river. Time to go back to school, son. By the way, are blueberries not in fashion anymore? Has Jamie moved on to kale?
Kale is so now, Norman. A busy day here at the Rio. Let's check in on Mike the Mouth Mataso. He had 7 cashes at this World Series so far.
Yeah, 3 final tables. Good summer for Mike.
He's locked on a hand here with poker pro Pratush Bodiga. Bodiga, the 02 spelling bee champ.
They get a bracelet for that?
It's nothing. I mean, nobody has anything. I mean, this is a joke. I mean, this is like you all. I mean, really? Really? But don't worry, when they have 2 queens, I give away 7,000. I mean, this is like the man upstairs is going, you, Mikey. You.
Not a happy winner.
Jack 3-3 flop. This idiot over here can't have a hand. I think he's folding 2 queens. I at least got 5 more thousand out of him.
Mike Mataso was under consideration for Joe Stapleton's position, but was denied.
For those of you who have not checked it out yet, PokerGo is the only place you'll get more than 100 days of live poker a year and the best and original poker programming. Subscribe to PokerGo today at PokerGo.com. Back to the feature table, Pierre Delamar under the gun, but don't think he's pressured. He's faced it all before and won, including the most recent Card Player Poker Tour event on his home island.
He grew up in Normandy, France, moved to St. Martin 12 years ago, and before retiring had 3 restaurants there.
No doubt that score influenced his decision to play the main this year. He's under the gun with Ace-King. He just limps in.
The old limp with Ace-King. I haven't seen that since the last cash game I played on Bora Bora.
58-year-old from Florida, Steve Rosen with King-Jack. He runs a small hedge fund. He's going to raise it up.
I didn't know there were any small hedge funds.
Isn't that true? Noah Schwartz now with Ace-10, 33-year-old Florida pro calls.
By the way, I need to talk to my man Qui Nguyen about the earplugs and that garment.
Vanessa Selbst is going to sit this hand out. Maybe time to step away and cool down a bit. And the big blind, Jose Rodriguez. Hold on, Pierre, acting out of turn.
What's up?
All right, now your turn.
Oh, sorry.
I haven't seen an out-of-turn limp re-raise with Ace-King since the last tournament I played on Bora Bora.
Pierre does announce himself, makes it 1,500. Rosen comes along with his 2 face cards. And Noah says, yeah, okay.
Noah is suspicious of what? He is not sure.
Noah Schwartz with a lesser ace. And there is an ace. Delamar with his ace. King is best. And he's got an orange chip. That's 6,000.
I haven't seen an overbet like that since the last game of Mahjong I played on Bora Bora.
Well, you see Rosen got out of the way quickly. Schwartz with the ace-10, not so quickly.
Well, you're right, Noah. This guy is a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma, which means you've got to fold.
Noah Schwartz has seen it all.
You win, buddy. You win. I don't even know what to do with this hand.
But I think Pierre Delamar befuddles him.
Oh, Pierre. That's what he sees. Just flop an ace and fold. That's pretty sick.
Pierre Delamar showing us once again he's got some game, and all should tread lightly around him. The buzz at the Rio always louder when the main event rolls around. The other 73 events just play a supporting role to the biggest of them all. Sixth place finisher last year, Kenny Hollard, building a stack.
His philosophy, save money on couture, spend money on massages.
There is poker pro Nick Schulman, looking studious yet chic.
This guy not only can walk the walk, he can also talk the talk. I don't like it.
William Wachter back here at the age of 96.
Oldest entrant ever at the main event. 5th straight year, he has been the eldest player here.
Wow, amazing. And a player in the field making a quick move to the sidelines. Norman, any idea what's going on here?
You call that a quick move?
Sunglasses removed, low 5 ignored. He's on a knee with a proposal. Let me handle this. Jesse Burghardt proposing to Amber Ryder.
I once proposed marriage at an IHOP. This is right up my alley. No prenups, Jesse.
Didn't you get married about 50 yards from here?
One of them.
As a reminder, for unlimited access to more of the best in live poker all year long, get in the game with PokerGO. That was the best I could do on the transition from the proposal to the promo, Norman. Gaelle Baumann enjoying her time here at the feature table, hoping she can at least run as deep as she and Elizabeth Hill did back in 2012. One last chance for Elizabeth Hill to keep her main event going. The river is the tray of clubs, and the end has come for Elizabeth Hill with an 11th place finish. Gaelle Baumann facing elimination this time at the hands of the same man who knocked out Elizabeth Hill. The river card is a king. Baumann out of the main event in 10th place.
Utter joy for 9 men, 1 woman in a world of hurt. And another deep run for Gaelle Baumann. Last year, she finished 102nd.
That's a sick bluff to use, right?
And a lovely pick-me-up for Vanessa in early position. Pocket aces and a raise to 400.
Vanessa works with the Urban Justice Center, which provides legal services for the poor in New York City.
Baumann with pocket sevens on the button makes the call. Rosen folds.
Perfect opportunity to play with 2 lovely women.
Noah Schwartz calls.
That's what I've been waiting for all my life.
3 players.
They're too serious though.
3-way flop. Yikes, set over set, and Schwartz with the only flush draw. Noah checks, and now to Selbst with a set of aces.
Vanessa finally gets a birthday flop.
That's 700.
700 from Selbst. Baumann now with the lesser set of sevens.
You know, what a bad spot for her. This is the type of bad luck you've got to avoid to make deep runs at the main event.
She calls. Noah Schwartz. And he folds. A little surprising there.
Noah more in the mood for coffee than clubs.
Third card now. And another 7. Bowman's long shot has landed quad 7s, which gives Vanessa an empty boat of aces full.
A birthday disaster for Vanessa Selbst.
Vanessa checks it now. Gaelle Baumann with quad 7s.
Wow.
And a bet of 1,700.
All the chips have got to get into the middle at some point, and all of Vanessa Selbst's chips are going to be gone.
Vanessa with the shorter stack. And now opting for the check raise to 5,800.
Yeah, Vanessa hoping here that Gaelle has a flush or maybe a 7 in her hand, but not 2 7s.
No. Oh, my goodness. Early action, day 1 of the main event. And look at the hand we've come up with here. Gaelle Baumann calls. Vanessa thinking, thank you.
But Vanessa is dead to an ace.
A river card, not an ace. No bad beat jackpot at this table.
In the heat of Las Vegas, a massive cooler for Vanessa Selbst.
Selbst now bets 16,200 over betting the pot.
Vanessa Selbst here with pocket aces, flops a set, turns aces full, and she is crushed by Gaelle Baumann.
Baumann knows Vanessa's got something. Bets enough to put Vanessa all in.
40,000.
Are you serious right now?
Serious as a quad attack.
Oh my God. Holy
Happy birthday.
wow. This might be a quick main event for me. I don't know if I'm good enough to fold this. What do you think I have?
Flush.
I don't have a flush. I'm gonna need a lot. I'm gonna need a lot of time. I'm sorry.
Incredibly, Vanessa seems to know she is beat, but she can't lay this down.
7 of hearts. I mean, A7 of hearts. Would you shove with A7 of hearts? If you'd shove with A7 of hearts, then I'd have to. All right, you could have A7 of hearts, I guess. So I got to call. You have quads?
Oh my.
Quad. Wow. I almost folded.
Whoa! Oh my God.
Woo! I wanted to fold. I really did.
The amount.
It's like you can have A7 of hearts there, so how can I fold? Yeah. I think you shove with A7 of hearts too. Yeah. I wanted to fold though, I swear to God.
That would have been the sickest fold ever.
Vanessa's main event lasts all of 22 hands.
Hey, fun playing with you guys. That's a story. Now I got a story.
Baumann nearly doubles up.
I've got to tell you, that's a bad beat.
That is a cruel way to go. See you next year, Vanessa Selbst.
Happy birthday to me! I got a call. You have quads?
Yeah.
I almost folded. Woo! You have quads?
Yeah.
I wanted to fold, I really did. Fun playing with you guys. That's a story. Now I got a story.
Those were Vanessa Selbst's chips, still warm from moving so quickly into Gaelle Baumann's stack. Kara Scott is with a shell-shocked Vanessa now.
Well, it is an early and a very dramatic exit for Vanessa Selbst. Also, happy birthday, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That was a great birthday present from the Rio with the 7 on the turn, right?
Talk to me about, because you honestly, were you going to fold that? It looked like you were going to fold that.
Yeah, if I had the heart and the diamond in my hand, I would have folded for sure because she can only have pocket 7s or A7. I don't think she shoves on the river given the way the hand went down with any other hand. She's not bluffing. She's not shoving with worse for value because I bet so big. So it's one of those two hands, but the problem is I'm getting such good odds and I don't have the ace of hearts in my hand, so she can have A7 of hearts. But if I had the 2 red aces, I would have folded the hand, which is insane to say, but like I really felt like there was a really good chance she had quads. I mean, you heard me on the table. It's just like one of those situations where you're just like loving life until she shoves and then you're just like, this is the weirdest thing that's ever, and it is what it is. It's poker, right?
It is poker. Thanks so much for talking to us. We're sorry to see you go.
Yeah,
Thank you.
awesome. Sure.
Vanessa amazingly gracious under the circumstances. Now Gaelle in the catbird seat. A lot of chips, small blinds, poker skills from the big blind. Queen 5 suited. She calls the raise from Todor Plashevsky, who has Jack 10. Queen high with a straight draw. Best here for Baumann. She checks.
Vanessa says if she had the ace of hearts in her hand, she would have folded. That is amazing.
Isn't that true? Oh, wow. Check, check here. Turn card. Plashevsky pairs up now. Gaelle checks again.
Plashevsky, 56-year-old amateur, lives in Vancouver. He's got to bet here. Got to bet. Protect your hand.
He owns an optical practice up there. He sees the board perfectly from way over the 2 seat. Bets 600.
Uh-huh.
Saw what I did there, huh?
Uh-huh.
Now Gaelle. Oh, those are more than just calling chips. A check raise to 1900.
Well, he shouldn't have bet. Should not have bet. I don't know what he was thinking.
The big stack with a check raise. Plashevsky with a call with top pair.
Yeah, with that big stack, Baumann has seized control of this hand now with queen high.
And that's all she is left with is queen high.
Well, Gaelle's missed her draw, but I gotta believe she's gonna fire again, and it should get the job done.
Her career earnings just a few grand shy of $1 million. She bets 3,500, a healthy bluff bet.
Well, can the guy who owns the, what'd you say, optical practice, see through this deception?
Oh, I see what you did there. And there is the call. Gaelle displays queen high proudly, but it's no good.
She turned him over like, hey, I got queen high, so what?
Toto are almost mucked.
Well, nice call from the amateur, but Gaelle will shake it off.
Good call, Toto.
Thank you.
Plashevsky with 56 grand now in his chip stack.
I wonder if she still has Andras Koroknoi nightmares.
No doubt. Let's get to our secondary feature table where Spaceman Poker Pro Phil Locke just flopped a gut shot holding king queen off. Jeff Rothstein bet 1,000 with top 2. Eric Worre is left with merely pocket aces.
Worre, 53-year-old network marketing expert, entrepreneur, speaker, trainer, and author. I hate overachievers.
Renaissance man. And Worre calls for 1,000.
Phil Locke trying to be an overachiever with this hand.
Indeed.
Good luck.
Yeah. Turn card now is the 8 of clubs, 4 to a straight out there. Rothstein still best with his 2 pair. He checks.
That is an awful looking board for pocket aces.
Worre knows that very well, and he checks. Now, Locke, the bracelet winner from 2010 in Europe, bets 3,300 into a pot of 4,000.
Phil seizes the moment. And there you're taking a look at Jeffrey Rothstein, who has top 2, 69-year-old New York CPA. And like Gaelle Baumann, Rothstein once bubbled the main event final table in 1998.
He squirms in his seat a bit, thinking, I got top 2.
It's tough to hang on here with top 2.
And a player behind him, Eric Worre. Rothstein folds it.
Phil Locke got through one better hand. Can he get through the other?
Want this to be the one?
No, I have too big a hand. If I was bluffing, I'd want to see it maybe.
He's still bluffing.
Oh, my.
Jack 8 of hearts. Aces.
Thank you, gentlemen. Good luck.
Secretly, Jack 8 of hearts is my dark mistress, you know, but aces is the, you know.
That's a pro putting the heat on such a wet board. So let's go down to the newest member of our broadcast team, Joe Stapleton.
Vanessa, when I set up this booth, I never in a million years thought you were going to be my first customer.
I just couldn't help myself. I mean, it's not very often that you experience a pretty bad beat.
Don't get into it yet. $20 first.
Well, how do you know? What if I don't want to tell it to you? What if I don't want to tell it to you? All right, fine. Here you go. Fine.
Thank you. Go ahead. Now you may continue.
Yeah, I mean, I saw this booth, and I've never wanted to tell a bad beat story so bad, but I mean, you may not even believe it, but luckily it was on TV. I
probably wouldn't have believed it otherwise, actually.
I know, that's how I busted. I made a set of aces, and Gaelle made a set of 7s, and she turned quads, and I couldn't get away from the hand. I mean, what are you going to do?
You got another $20?
What? I have some more $20.
Give me another $20.
What?
You're forgetting the second part of the offer.
Oh.
Vanessa, you played it great. And
thank you, Jeff.
It's your birthday, so here you go. Happy birthday.
Right, thank you
Full
very
refund.
much.
There you go.
All right, great. Well, that's awesome. I got it free. Can I tell you another one?
It's nice he gave her back her $40. She'll need it if she runs into a taxi driver here.
Tension at an outer table on the left. Kings Casino owner Leon Sukernick, home of the World Series of Poker Europe. With flush and straight draws, he bet 8,000 into Richard Seymour, a 3-time Super Bowl champ, holding top pair. Seymour just raised Sukernick all in, and he calls.
Open.
One card to come. The river card, Seymour way ahead, and Seymour wins the pot and knocks off Sukernick.
Deuce on the river never changes anything. Sukernick gets sacked by Seymour.
Leon done on day 1. Seymour has poker skills. He's got over 140 grand in live winnings.
Man, the Patriots never lose.
It's early, but main event champion would go nicely with the title Super Bowl champion.
The best poker content on the internet.
Your super high rollerball 7 champion.
Oh yeah!
Wheels are coming off.
That's the craziest hand I've ever seen. What was that fight?
Go to get.pokergo.com/YT24 for $20 off a new annual subscription.
Welcome back to the real Lon McCarran and Norman Chad here for our 15th anniversary in the booth. So what'd you get me?
A new feature table?
Yeah, that matches your budget. That's about right. Poker pro Jake Schindler now under the bright lights, along with Barry Greenstein. And down the felt from Barry is amateur Steve Pavlicek. At this main event, Steve is playing for more than just himself this year.
We've been playing poker, home games, little bar league poker stuff back in Atlanta for 10 plus years, as most poker players do, always dream and talk about going to the main event someday. One of my close friends, Tom Lamera, he was actually going to do it. He said, this is a bucket list item for me, and I'm saving up money, and I'm going to be playing in the main event someday. Last year, unfortunately, Tom got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. As he was progressively, getting worse, he, called me over to his house one day and said, Steve, I can't do it, but I've made a decision. I'm going to buy you in my will. I'm going to send you and some other players, from our home game and live out my dream of playing in the main event.
I do feel very honored to be chosen because we have a lot of good female players that play with us.
I was just shocked and dumbfounded, but at the same time, not surprised. Tom just had a great big heart.
Just a funny guy, big-hearted guy. He was a fun poker player.
He was always helping people.
We got a silver card protector. It's engraved with his name and says, "In memory of Tom."
The expectation, I think, is just enjoy yourself and take in this experience.
Steve and Tom O'Meara were neighbors in Atlanta, played together on the neighborhood tennis team, and used to make poker trips together to Harrah's, Cherokee, in North Carolina.
Folded to Steve on the button with ace-10. Down a bit from the 50K starting stack. He's a system engineer. Had a birthday yesterday, 53 years old. He's going to raise it up to 700. And the small blind Jeff Platt, the Texas sportscaster, who had a nice finish at the main event a few years ago, he folds. There is Schindler in the big with 10-7 of clubs.
Jake is a high roller savant. Steve's just a nice guy from Georgia. This seems like an unfair matchup.
3 of the last 4 years he has cashed in the main event. There's a 3-bet to 2,400 with 10-7.
Don't let these young punk coalition guys push you around, Steve.
Yeah, Steve makes a call. I don't think it thrills Schindler.
Good call. I'm with the 50-something.
4-8-6. Not a bad flop for 10-7. A double gutter for Schindler, who checks. Now Pavlicek.
Let's bet in position. They do it. We can do it.
And here he comes.
22.
With the best hand.
Well, Schindler's not going anywhere with his two-way straight draw. He just looks like trouble.
And a call from Schindler. Pot of almost 10 grand. Jack of spades misses Schindler. He checks again. And now Pavlicek, a 3-1 favorite now.
Well, Steve's arms started to move toward the chips, but his head stopped him.
Now committing some chips, 2,200 again.
2,200.
Steve showing a lot of heart, but I would have sized it bigger. As the great Kevin Klunder once said, if an amateur bets the same amount on the flop and the turn, he's usually weak.
FYI, Kevin is an associate producer on the show.
Oh, I thought he worked in the mailroom.
Schindler now trying to figure out the amateur. And wow, he's got all chips in his hand. He raises all in.
The bluff shove on day one. Man, you are swimming with sharks, Steve. These young punk coalition fellas have no regard for human life.
Schindler with a move that is not easy to do.
He's picked, though, a great spot here for this play because Steve Pavlicek has squadouche.
Yeah, Schindler maybe picked up something on the amateur. But quite a gamble from Schindler, and Pavlicek gives it up.
The young punk coalition guys are tearing this country apart.
Very tough for the rec player Pavlicek to commit more than half his chips with ace high. What a play by Schindler. You can't blame Steve for folding. Nice play from the young pro there. Well, we showed you the proposal of Jesse Burkhart to Amber Reeder, and now a little champagne for the bride-to-be. Amber seems a little more committed now. I was not so sure before, Norman.
Well, this is the first mistake Jesse has made. After each of my marriage proposals, I always go with Yingling.
Well, congratulations to the married couple-to-be. Quick check around the room gives us a look at David Bach. He picked up 2 bracelets this summer to go with the 50K horse bracelet he won back in '09. Bach and Nipun Java were both double bracelet winners this summer. Some highlights from the World Series of Poker. A record 74 bracelets to be awarded. Doug Polk won his 3rd, Joe McKeon his 2nd.
Like Nick Schulman, Doug Polk plays good, talks good, and occasionally dresses like an adult.
Qui Nguyen and his hat are at our secondary featured table now. No recorded cashes since his main event moment, but he is a cash game guy, really.
Option.
Qui, 40-year-old former nail salon owner, baccarat savant with that electrifying main event final table performance last year.
And the small blind, Raffaella Locatelli called with 10 tray of clubs. Qui Nguyen with 9 deuce of hearts is going to raise it to 1,000.
9 deuce, but nobody limps on Qui Nguyen's big blind.
A call from Locatelli, 6, 7, 8, 1 heart, 1 club. Both players with straight draws.
Locatelli is a private equity dude. Qui Nguyen deals in public equities.
Locatelli with 10 high is best right now. He checks his gut shot. Now Qui Nguyen open-ended. 1,500.
If I were Locatelli, I wouldn't have limped in with 10-3 suited, and I simply would get out of Dodge right now.
Right. 50-year-old Locatelli will make the call.
Heads up.
Turn card, 10 of hearts. Well, that's fun. Locatelli with top pair, but the 10 completes Qui's straight. Locatelli checks again.
Yeah, that card is going to get Locatelli into more trouble. Qui with the straight, plus he has a flush redraw.
40 years old now, Qui Nguyen. This is his 2nd main event. 2,500 is the bet. Now to Locatelli, who has a World Series circuit ring.
Locatelli also has an MBA from Columbia Business School. That is absolutely useless here.
Locatelli calls. His only hope is to see a 9 and chop this pot. River card. Queen of spades. Locatelli's not chopping anything. He checks a 3rd time. We win. Healthy bet into the 10K pot. That's 8,000.
Locatelli went down a road he didn't have to go down. Now he is knee-deep on that road and lost. Frankly, he needs Google Maps.
Locatelli started this hand with almost 180 grand. Qui Nguyen with 46,000.
Win with the big river bet.
What is it? 25?
He can afford the call, but those chips are going to his left.
Straight.
Yeah. How much?
8,000.
Now you make me look stupid.
He lost a quarter of his stack because he couldn't fold 10 tray suited in the small blind. That is not Norman Chad's School of Poker approved.
Qui back over the starting stack, and that's got to feel good. I love that hat. All right, back to center ring now in the Brasilia room, the new home of our hub of World Series activity at the Rio. Steve Pavlicek sitting at this table. He's going to be a little more careful against his table mates, no doubt.
What I hear.
Under the gun, he'll fold. Jeff Platt, 31-year-old sports reporter in San Antonio, finished 60th here a couple of years ago. He's going to raise it up to 700.
We like Jeff Platt.
Now action on the retired microbiologist from New York, Kathy Shannoni with pocket 5. She'll call.
She cashed in the 2015 main event.
Jeff Battaglia lives here in Vegas. He's going to call.
He's a music business manager.
And now around 2, Jason Shu in the big blind, king, jack of clubs.
29 years old, self-employed, first main event.
Says he's having a ball here in Las Vegas. 3 other players in the pot. He'll call for 400 more and make it a 4-way party.
4 players.
The flop is Jack, King, 8, Rainbow, top 2 for Shu. He has the best hand and checks. Platt with a 2-way straight draw.
Platt is a big fan of Nick Schulman and Justin Bieber, co-figure.
A bet of 1,500 from the fanboy. Shannoni folds her 5s. Battaglia his deuces, and now to Shu.
Yeah, tough flop for those 2 small pocket pairs. Platt has managed to get heads up against the best hand.
And with kings up, he'll just make the call. Turn card, another king, and the boat is full for Jason Shu.
Shu appears to have the nuts, and Platt appears to have nothing.
Exactly as you mentioned, Norman. A check again, and now Platt drawing dead checks as well. River card now. 4 of hearts, a 3rd heart out there.
It's time for Shu to bet. Unfortunately, his opponent cannot call. Nothing more to make here.
Going to put some chips to work with the full house, 4,600.
Actually, Jeff can't call, but he could raise. Don't do it, Jeff. Don't do it, pal. I know what you're thinking, but it's a nice thought for another time.
Wow, he does raise, and to misquote the classic film Airplane, I picked a bad day to bluff the flush. Shu raises, Platt all in.
Oh, I'm the worst.
No, I've got you beat there.
69,600.
Oh, a big bluff raise fold from Platt, and Shu now up to almost 110,000.
The internet will be a buzz.
Yeah.
Well, luckily for Jeff, the main event allows for mistakes, even for ones like that. The 2017 World Series of Poker is brought to you by PokerGO, the new destination for live poker action. Get in the game today at PokerGo.com. Got to have the latest threads. Into the field we go with Mike Mattisell.
Get out of here, really.
Bluffing into Doug Polk with 4 clubs on board.
You're just killing me, man. How much is that? I'm just giving you money, aren't I?
1,500.
I don't even have a flush. I have a middling-ish pair.
1,500.
Would you ever bluff for this size? Honest question.
Apparently he would.
1,500.
You're not even going to answer my
Honest
questions? Oh man. You do play a lot of limit games. This is basically like we're playing limit. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm a nice guy. You seem like a fine young lad.
And you're going to pay me.
I'm gonna pay you off.
Thank you. I have ace high.
Oh! Yeah, what up, Madison? That's what's up. That's what's up.
What is it? That was such a beautiful bet.
Yeah, it was a great bet. That's why it worked.
Well, it was beautiful, though. You have to admit it was beautiful.
I mean, oh my God,
it was
I folded.
It was a beg me to call.
Woo!
If some young punk in a tank top picked off my bluff, I'd have to quit poker.
I like that you showed me folding that hand earlier and then 3-bet me with it a little later.
Because I thought we were ganging up on his blind. So
Oh, we got him, yeah!
That was the whole thing. That's why. I would have never.
I forgot about that.
I thought you were. I thought you were on top of that.
Doug Polk apparently thought the main event was being played outside this year.
Well, Jake Schindler not getting through day one. Steve Pavlicek, pretty happy to see that.
Oh, I like that.
Moneymaker's all in with King Queen against the pocket 4s of Zach Krizzle.
Before I put mine up.
I don't know.
Come on, kids.
Let me draw. All right. We're playing. No, okay with it.
Really now?
So Moneymaker at risk, and our uber-caffeinated dealer rips out a board, which does not help Chris, and he's gone here on day one.
Good luck, guys.
Boy, that was a fast board knocking out our guy.
Worst player beating best player. It happens.
That's poker, guys.
That's poker, and thank you once again, Chris Moneymaker, for all you do
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Good luck to you.
Nice playing with you, man.
Well, it seems like it was a pretty miserable day one for Chris.
Yeah, you got it 100%. Yeah. I won't forget.
If Las Vegas looks a little empty tonight, it's because everyone is at the Rio. I'm Lon McCarron with Orvin Chad, Kara Scott, and Joe Stapleton. We're ready for the monster crowd of Day 1C.
Here we go.
Ryan Reese the Beast has his strut going.
Ryan is on my All-Michigan State All-Main Event Champs team.
Poker pro Maria Ho knows what success looks like at the main event.
We have not started yet today, but I believe she already has knocked out most of her table.
Our part-time colleague, Antonio S. Vandiari, jumping in the action today.
I believe Antonio has not moved since last year and is well into the millions in massage fees.
Poker Hall of Famer Mike Sexton is in the house.
If I could be like Mike, I want to be like Mike. If I could be like Mike.
Mike is across the felt from another Poker Hall of Famer, John Juanda.
I don't usually do shirts on Day 1C, but that is one fine yellow piece of fabric.
A star-studded field today on Day 1C. We have the expected huge turnout, and at the feature table, a wild table draw, poker pro Jason Mercier in the 9 seat.
I hope he knows on the day of birth of your firstborn, you do not wear your baseball cap on backwards.
And in the 1 seat, his friend and yet another Poker Hall of Famer, Daniel Negreanu.
Somehow Daniel gets younger every year. I want to be like Daniel.
Moments ago, Kara caught up with Daniel.
Day 1C of the main event about to get underway. I'm here at the feature table with Daniel Negreanu, although I think we might need to start calling it the Negreanu table because we see you here pretty often. But talk to me about your seat draw. You've got Jason Mercier to your right. What did you think when you wake up on day 1 of the main event and see that?
Well, that's the first I found out that he was on my right. Yes! Right? Because if he's on my left, that's much worse. The good news with Jason is he plays a solid game, and it's day 1 of the main event, so I don't expect him to do anything outlandishly wild, you know, because there's just not a lot of reason for us to go to war. It's just like, I have respect for you, Shark, so let's eat the minnow before we eat each other. Keep it simple, I like it. See, that makes sense. That's a good reminder for me. Keep it simple, stupid.
I usually have a mirror or two to remind myself.
Yeah? Keep it simple, I like it. Especially for day 1, man. Keep it simple.
Exactly.
No reason to get all crazy.
At this year's World Series, there are 74 bracelet events, and the main event performed extremely well compared to previous years. 2017, the largest main event field since 2010, third largest ever.
Every year we're told poker is dead. Well, every year the Walking Dead come to the World Series in record numbers.
Rainbow of chips in play from the green 25s up to the orange 5K. The blinds at a modest 75, 150, no ante yet. With 4 cashes at the main event and 6 previous entries, Giuseppe Zarbo from Italy raises to 350.
I play. Okay. Yeah. How much? 350? Yeah. Now I play with you. Have fun.
Yeah, that's the phone you hear ringing. The only thing that could really kill poker, phones. No phones during play. Check your messages during breaks. Yeah, like everyone here is waiting on that one phone call for a big job interview.
Well, we got 6 folds. That gets us to heads up. Zarbo told us his favorite player is Daniel Negreanu. This is the main event. All right, here we go. 10 ace 8, a Broadway draw for Zarbo, middle pair for Negreanu.
Zarbo, 47-year-old Italian-born amateur who lives in France.
Runs a financial consulting company, bets 400.
Giuseppe? I love it. I always joke that that's my name when people ask me. I say Giuseppe, Alejandro Ramirez, Gonzalez.
Daniele.
Yeah.
Another 10.
Daniele Tre Dieci.
I think you said trip 10s for Daniel, something like that?
Close enough.
Okay. Welcome to Daniele's world, Giuseppe. He checks now. 1,500 from Negreanu.
Well, as you mentioned, Giuseppe is CEO of a financial consulting company. Daniel is CEO of Daniel Negreanu, Inc.
Good fold.
Show the bluff.
I don't have a bluff. There's nothing to show.
Jack 9?
No, Jack 10 suited.
Jack 10.
Jack 10 of spades, 3 10s. C'est vrai? Ouais. Ouais.
Every year we see Daniel Negreanu at the main event in his element. Sometimes he runs deep, sometimes he flames out, but it's always the same dependable Daniel, engaging, talkative, enjoying himself. And unlike some others, no hoodie, no sunglasses, and no phone. Seriously?
Yeah. I mean, there's a little downtime there, so I had to distract myself. What, I'm supposed to listen to every second of your sermonette?
Well, the point I'm trying to make about Daniel is he's always engaged and focused on the task at hand.
This wasn't very good.
Are you going to do this every time we're on camera?
Well, what do you want me to say? Everyone should be like Daniel. We know that. Make a new friend, talk to your neighbors, exchange a pleasantry or two. Who doesn't like a good pleasantry? But I'm realistic. We usually don't get a table of Daniels. We get a table of hush puppies. Okay. One more picture with me.
How'd it turn out?
It's on eBay.
Action folded to Daniel on the button. 8-7 offsuit. 11 World Series cashes this year are raised to 400. Douglas Friedmutter, 38-year-old amateur from New York, in the small blind, ace-10 of hearts.
He's got a chemistry degree from NYU, an MBA from Hofstra, so naturally he runs an online sweepstakes website.
And he calls.
It's America. You can do anything you want.
Big blind folds.
Rather not. You'd rather not call, but you chose to?
In this position.
I see.
And look at that. Trip eights for Negreanu now. Two pair, no good for Friedmutter. He checks.
Friedmutter should give Negreanu his luck box baseball cap.
Right? Daniel not slow playing trips tonight.
Friedmutter's great aunt taught him how to play war when he was 5. Now he is at war with Daniel Negreanu, Inc.
A call from Friedmutter. Dealer snaps the 9 that keeps Daniel way ahead. Friedmutter checks again.
Negreanu is tied for 9th all-time in bracelets with 6, but it's been 4 years since he won his last one.
Daniel now puts out 1,600.
Friedmutter bought a 250-acre property in the Berkshires. I just don't see how a chemistry degree from NYU gets you into the Berkshires.
Well, let's hope his real-life investing ventures are better than what he's doing here. Daniel with a boat now and 4 to a straight on the board.
Check.
He checks a third time. Daniel reaching. He wants a bigger chunk now, 4,500.
Yeah, Daniel goes with an almost pot-sized value bet disguised as a bluff. Friedmutter really can't call here unless he thinks Daniel is bluffing.
Looking at Friedmutter's hat, I guess bad luck is a form of luck.
Full house.
That's slightly better than me.
Very nice.
Lucky flop.
Maybe a lucky river.
It wasn't even close.
Day one is about making hands and getting paid. Daniel doing both.
Exactly. Daniel Negreanu off to a nice start among the massive field here on day 1C. Actor and producer James Woods posing for a future Instagram post. Day one at the main event, all about the atmosphere and enjoying the moment. There's going to be plenty of time to take it seriously, unless you're poor Vanessa Selbst.
You want to play poker for a living? Lose your mind. Lose your mind. Figure out. Oh, Stoyman, what's up, baby?
What's up?
You got to lose your mind. Win a tournament. Feel like you're the best in the world. Lose like 14 in a row. Lose your mind again. Lose your relationship, go broke, and then start all over again.
I think Maurice just recited his life story.
2013 champ Ryan Reese getting an early pot.
I don't think he has to start all over again unless Bernie Madoff is handling his finances.
And 2000 main event champ Chris Ferguson with 17 cashes this summer.
He leads the World Series Player of the Year race, and some are not too happy about that.
And two-time world champ Johnny Chan's in the house.
He used to bring an orange to the table. Now he just wears an orange hoodie.
I didn't think put you on the straight.
No, I've never straight. I just want to see what goes. Make sure the
I wanted
seven.
you to think I had
I want to
it
make sure the seven didn't come. That's why I put my money in there.
He's nearly doubled his starting stack. Back into the Brasilia room. That's our new home base here at the Rio. And there is Mike Sexton on the right, who just bluff check raised Brazilian Guilherme Mora on the paired board. Mora with a score of over $500,000 from an event in Uruguay last year. He leads this hand with aces and eights. Mora calls.
Mike Sexton does not like that call. He's got squadouche.
River card, the queen of spades. So Sexton now knows there's only one way to take this pot.
Yeah, Mike was drawing to a pair, and he missed his draw.
3,800. Now leads out for 3,800.
Oh, man, Mike Sexton. He's the ambassador of poker. He's the most trusted man in poker. To bluff is to lie. I refuse to believe Mike Sexton ever lies.
Mora taking his time with this decision.
Mora with aces and queens. Sexton representing that he's got trip aces here. Actually, come to think of it, he doesn't look that honest to me. I hope Mora is aware of the fact that all of us have flights to catch in the next week.
Big decision for him, but he's made mostly correct decisions. He's the early chip leader at the table. And a clock has been called by Josh Greenberg at this table.
I wish they could call the clock these days at baseball games.
Where is the action? Over there, on the button. How much time has passed? Probably like, I would say, my guess, like...
Revised rule this year at the World Series. They can call the clock after 30 seconds.
Yeah, Mora doesn't like it, but the game properly is trying to speed up a bit.
Foreperson has discretion to give a little extra time, which he did to Mora.
When we began this hand, the U.S. was threatening to pull out of NAFTA.
We'll give you 30 seconds, so we'll count the additional 10 whenever I say 0, your hand is already dead.
I think you 1 minute. You clock.
You are now on...
Two time. Clock.
Maybe you need to get the hit, Mr. Mora.
I don't know.
And he lays it down to Sexton's bluff.
He's 69, so he's a shimmy-shamming senior citizen.
Oh, yeah. That was too quick. I agree with you.
I think 1 minute.
Mora steams about that, but that's the rule. Let's get back now to our feature table.
550.
Giuseppe, you win, Giuseppe. It's cool just saying the name, Giuseppe. Ma Giuseppe, ma che fa?
Yeah,
ma lascia stare, ma big blind, eh?
You have not more people, Giuseppe, in Italy.
No, many.
No. 1,000,007.
Yeah.
700,000.
Giuseppe.
Daniel engages everyone, which is why the main event is what it is.
You know, what makes the main event so special is the fact that you have a wide variety of players. You've got all the top pros who look at it as the pinnacle of their year, and then you've got recreational players who spend all year maybe in little pub leagues, you know, putting up money for a prize pool to get here. So it's like, it's that dream event that's had so much history, so much prestige, and it's just very special.
Daniel with ace-king called the opening raise of Jean Fabre, a 24-year-old French poker pro living in Malta with pocket jacks. And Daniel hits it again, top pair for Negreanu.
If I flopped that good, I could be Daniel Negreanu.
You would need more hair.
I can find more hair.
Fabre with just jacks. Bets 600 with a continuation wager.
Of course, Daniel had just called pre-flop with ace-king. Very much his style, especially in the early going here. No reason to overplay that hand.
Just calls here, keeping it simple. Turn card now. Another ace. What's the vegan specialty Negreanu's eating today? Trips again. Negreanu, though, will bet. 1,500.
Fabre has a degree in entrepreneurship from Schema Business School in Lille, France. I believe they are the banana slugs.
And he does give it up.
That was definitely.
I got it. I got it again.
That was close. I knew it was a bluff or not a bluff.
You knew it was a bluff or not a bluff? Sick read.
Soul read.
He knew it was a bluff or not a bluff.
Well, I've been watching you.
Yeah, it's one of the two.
Figuring out how you play.
With that analysis, Friedmutter can take my partner's job.
Good for you.
The best poker content on the internet.
Your super high rollerball 7 champion.
Oh, yeah.
Wheels are coming off.
That's the craziest hand I've ever seen. What was that bite?
Go to get.pokergo.com/YT24 for $20 off a new annual subscription.
Back at the Rio, over 4,000 players turned out for day 1C of the main event. Here's Joe Stapleton with more.
I just wanted you guys to get an idea of the size and scope of day 1C. This is the Brasilia room. This is where they're playing day 1C of the main event. And this is the Amazon room. This is also where they're playing day 1C of the main event. And this is the Pavilion. This is the first day this room's been open to the main event. There are more than 225 tables in this room. They are also playing day 1C of the main event in here.
There are 2 tables set up in my dressing room.
You have a dressing room?
Why do you have to make me look bad when the cameras are here and not let me win this pot like everybody else has been doing?
Maria Ho having a rough start.
They want to see me win a pot. Like, that's what they're here for. And you owed me one, too. You haven't let me win one yet.
We're owed nothing in this life, Maria. Just look at my face.
We have been owed a Gus Hansen sighting, and there it is. The poker world missed you, Gus. Poker pro Mike McDonald struggling.
Double up for the fans.
Did you notice Timex doesn't wear a watch? Daniel Negreanu with aces now against Joe Curcio's ace-king. Turn card is the 8 of diamonds, bringing a flush draw to Curcio.
Among Daniel's goals this year, to win 3 bracelets, he hasn't won any yet, to win World Series Player of the Year for a 3rd time, he's in the running, and to make the main event final table.
Daniel checks with the best hand.
4,500.
You heard him.
Curcio, 31-year-old New York City real estate broker, former poker pro who has cashed twice in the main event, drawing to the nut flush and the nut straight, and he has given Daniel something to think about with his pocket aces.
Daniel's been betting out each time he hits his trips, wondering if Joe would bet with the made flush.
He looks guilty. Daniel looks like he is thinking a lot. I never do that.
Don't overthink it. Keep it simple.
Well, I'm going to say that while I started ahead, I'm no longer ahead, and I will fold my hand. Good hand.
Thank you.
Nothing like bluffing Daniel Negreanu on national TV.
Looks like a flush. If not, that was good.
He still looks guilty.
Well, you're supposed to bet your draws some of the time. It worked out for Curcio there. Nice play. Daniel very familiar with working under the bright lights. Back in 2015, he nearly became a November Niner. Daniel with the aces, all in.
Big draw, big draw.
Yeah, it just feels like McKeon has half the deck now. He's got a lot of cards to bust kid poker.
McKeon trying to get his 10-handed. The river card is a queen for the straight. And he cuts down Daniel Negreanu.
My original thought then was he never should have gotten involved with that hand against Joe McKeon. At that stage of the main event, I stand by that thought.
What, you got a pole in front of you?
Friedmutter has let go of about 30% of his starting stack so far, sitting with about 35,000 here. But Negreanu has the action under the gun, 6-4 of hearts.
Daniel with the suited one gapper. We call that the Michael Strahan.
And Friedmutter has the aces after Negreanu made it 800.
Pocket aces, we call that a 3-bet in progress.
And the amateur makes it 2,400. Well, what a place to be if you're a recreational player. The main event sitting with Mercier and Negreanu. We've got a CEO, software engineer, a filmmaker, a real estate broker. This is the main event right here.
7,221 entrants in this main event this year, up 7% from last year, and almost 7,000 of them are wearing T-shirts.
Okay, so around to Mercier in the big blind. He gets rid of it. Daniel calls with 6-4 of hearts.
Yeah, Daniel just dismissing the 3-bet and will come along with his suited junk. But there's so many ways to make a hand when you have suited junk.
Aces against 6-4. And Daniel with middle pair checks it now.
If Friedmutter sits like this every day at his 250-acre property, I don't think he gets any yard work done.
Can you see my eyes?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, they're very pretty.
Oh, thank you. Yours too.
Thanks. They change colors.
Did the lights just dim?
3,500.
Friedmutter's favorite player?
Daniel Negreanu?
No, Bobby Baldwin and Stu Unger, he said. How about that? Going old school. 3,500 from each. Nine of hearts. Negreanu picks up a flush draw and checks it.
I'm surprised Friedmutter checked the turn. Daniel gets a free card to try to hit his hand.
Tray of clubs. Negreanu misses. Left with third pair, or fourth if you count the pocket aces. He checks again.
Don't know if Doug Friedmutter is going to bet Daniel or give Daniel his Letterman's jacket.
Well, he's picking up some chips.
8,000?
8,000.
Why? What are you doing, man?
I want the pot.
I see that part, but what are you doing? 8,000, man.
Hoping you have something.
You're hoping I have something?
Worse than me.
Yeah. Something worse than you, huh?
I mean, it's less than pot. It's not that out of line, is it?
No. Just can't figure out what you got.
Friedmutter's turn check has thrown Negreanu off. A nice stutter step from the Berkshire boy.
So much for keeping it simple.
So you're not going to bet that with like queens or jacks, right?
Never.
Never? 0%? Okay.
I mean, mostly.
Yeah.
Maybe
so
like
have to
5 or 10%.
Yeah, you wouldn't bet queens or jacks.
No.
So let's just eliminate those.
I mean, unless there was a... Yeah.
We'll
okay, so
those.
that's eliminated.
If those are eliminated, then we're left with aces, ace, king, aces, ace, king, and what else? What else can we put you on that's good? Let's see. Let me figure this out. Not 7-8.
That's your favorite hand.
Yes, it is. One of my favorites.
It'd be great to get revenge with that hand.
Yeah. All right, bud. You have to see it.
King, queen, verse. Aces.
That's good.
Usually engaging Daniel in table talk is a bad idea, but Doug Friedmutter made it work good.
Turn card was good for me. Just not quite good enough.
Under the gun with 6-4 suited. Negreanu falls below the starting stack. Daniel gets out-Danieled. A turn check and a big river bet led to a speculative, costly call. Welcome back to day one of the main event. Lon McCarron with Norman Chad. Time for our union break because look who's back.
Couple of questions for you anyway down there. First of all, you missed the first couple hours of play. Are you going to try to cram all the table talk that you missed in or just do your normal thing?
I'll do my normal thing. I've only had 3 hours sleep. It's sick. If you look on social media and everything, Facebook, Twitter, I was up till like 9 o'clock this morning. I couldn't sleep, just buzzing, the adrenaline going. Everyone wished me luck all around the world, so all different hours. So I was up till 9 o'clock this morning, woke up around 12 o'clock, so I had 3 hours sleep. I'm still buzzing now.
Did you bring your privilege with you, or did you check it?
I checked it in the mirror in my bathroom after I had a shower. Checked it. It's all good. I checked my privilege. It's all good. I looked at myself. I'm a good person. I'm not a bad person. I didn't verbally abuse myself in the mirror either. So it's all good. But buzzing, 3 hours sleep, and I think eating and sleeping is overrated. I think it's a mugs game. It's all about having AOW, just adrenaline, oxygen, and water. That's what I live on.
Oh, we're back. Okay, with the reminder that PokerGo is the only place you'll get more than 100 days of live poker a year and the best in original poker programming. Subscribe to PokerGo today at PokerGo.com. James Woods cashed in 4 events this year, but has never cashed in the big one.
Sneaking in there with a little rap. A little rappy rap. Tell me what you're up to.
I was not throwing the strip.
You weren't calling it anymore?
No, I didn't have a hand to call. But I needed to call my six.
Feature table hand in progress. Jason Mercier opened under the gun +1 with King Deuce. Daniel called with pocket 4s before Lloyd Wilson 3-bet with ace queen on the button. So action back to Jason.
King Deuce doesn't really play well post flop. I would either 4-bet here or fold.
When was the last time you 4-bet?
May 13th, 1991, and then I threw up.
So Negreanu makes it 2-1. Pros versus the software engineer from Virginia. Here's the flop now. 6-7 queen all spades. Who holds a spade? Nobody.
Nobody.
Check, check.
A bet of 2,000 or 2,500 here should do the job.
Top pair, top kicker for the Canadian. 2,000, you're right. Mercier folds.
Me and Lloyd Wilson on the same page. Kid Poker appears to be on a different page. Hey, Daniel, pocket 4s don't play well post-flop when there are 3 overcards out there and you do not have a spade in your hand.
Make it 47.
Daniel with a raise to 4,700.
Negreanu trying to push around Wilson, a first-timer in the main event. Ain't gonna happen. Let's take a stand here, sir. Repop him.
You would have folded already.
Well, yeah, or thrown up.
Right?
Well, there are 2 versions of keep it simple here. 1, I probably have the best hand, so I call. Or 2, why get involved in a big pot on day 1 against Daniel Negreanu?
And Wilson gets rid of it.
Sir.
Daniel's bluff gets through. Well done.
He goes pro, pushes Wilson off top pair, top kicker to take that pot. At the table next door sits David Doc Sands of time, as we like to say. Best main event finish, 30th in 2011.
Sands with 28 World Series cashes, 3 of them in the $1,500 tanking event.
Doc part of a tough secondary featured table with John Juanda and Mike Sexton. Mike, as you mentioned, a true legend of the game. We always talk about how the main event champ should be an ambassador of the game, but the truth is, we've got a lot of them, and Mike is chief among them.
The longtime World Poker Tour broadcaster also won his first WPT title last November in Montreal.
3-way pot post-flop. Sexton open-ended. Sands with a flush draw. Josh Greenberg in the white still leads with aces. He led out on the flop for 900. After Sexton called, Doc Sands calls. Turn card now. 7 of hearts. Sexton gets there with a jack-high straight. No flush for Sands. He's got the action. He checks.
Josh Greenberg, 33-year-old Las Vegas pro in search of an outfit.
He checks as well. The pocket aces are drawing dead.
Sexton living large here. I want to be like Mike.
He does fire away. 2,200. Sands gets rid of it. And Josh cannot.
Sexton has pocket aces drawn dead.
River card now. Another 8. Greenberg checks again. Mike Sexton, over half the pot, 5,200.
Greenberg says he's been running great at life, but horrible at poker, and here indeed, his pocket aces have been very, very cracked.
And he has to call, and he will lose a decent chunk of ammunition.
I want to be like Mike.
Nice pop for Sexton to get over the 50K starting point here on day 1. Jack 10 does what it's supposed to do against aces. Make a straight. Mike Sexton trending up. He took his time getting here, but Will Kassouf is ready to settle in and unsettle his table mates.
Right in the middle of the jungle. We're going straight in like a boss. Every day we're ruffling. That's it. Ruffler's going to ruffle. Booyah!
A look there at one of Will's combatants from last year, main event runner-up Gordon Veo. Poker pro Natasha Mercier having a great day one. She'll give birth this fall, so if Jason can't get anything going, she'll have to pick up the slack.
Annie Duke was 8 months pregnant when she finished 10th in the 2000 main event.
For unlimited access to more of the best in live poker all year long, get in the game with PokerGO. Over to Jason Mercier playing this main event with a different purpose, knowing his family of 2 is about to be 3.
My wife is Natasha. She's been a professional poker player for 10 years. We basically met through mutual friends about 5 years ago. We started dating a few years ago and got engaged last World Series.
Jason just as happy to not be in the limelight, preferring a more low-key profile at the table. He raises from the cutoff to 750. Then there's Daniel. Loves to be in the limelight. Ace-King.
With 2 big pros running at each other with 2 big hands.
Daniel with raising chips, 2,200.
There he goes.
Here he comes.
Re-raising with the Jack-9 suited again.
Same hands again.
Daniel playing ace-king differently this time. Maybe he hopes Mercier was trying to steal from the cutoff, and he just wants to end it right here.
They're not going to end it with this hand, though. Jason, with a decent pocket pair, makes the call. 2 of the biggest stars in the World Series universe, heads up. Trey, deuce 8. Mercier's 10 still good. He checks to the re-raiser.
Daniel, of course, will c-bet. It is guild mandated.
2,200.
This is a good flop for pocket 10s. Mercier with 5 bracelets, 1 behind Daniel, and of course, he had a fabulous 2016 World Series with 2 bracelets and a second-place finish in just a week's time.
And a call with the best hand. Turn card now. Oh, it's Daniel's day. Negreanu takes the lead with the king. Mercier checks again.
Daniel's hitting a lot of cards tonight. Clean, vegan living.
35.
Bet 3,500.
Can't fold to just 1 overcard, can you?
Yeah,
no.
But Jason, not the most enthusiastic body language when he splashes the pot with 1 chip.
River card now. Another 8. Negreanu is best with kings up.
Check.
Another check from Jason. Daniel remaining aggressive. 6,000.
It's weird. Very weird.
Daniel hoping he can get a call here from a hand like pocket 10s. Mercier with a check calling clinic in the later streets of this hand.
Can he get away? Nope.
Oh.
Got ace-king.
Good.
Weird. Very weird.
Negreanu going through his fellow pro and friend for chips there as he goes over 57,000. A nice win against Jason. Not quite following his start of day strategy, though.
It's day 1 of the main event, so I don't expect him to do anything outlandishly wild, you know, because there's just not a lot of reason for us to go to war. It's just like, I have respect for you, Shark, so let's eat the minnow before we eat each other.
Well, sometimes the minnow are out of town, so the sharks just got to eat the other sharks.
Money back.
Daniel in the black now. At the side table, John Juanda opened with ace-queen of spades from early position. Russell Schwartz on the button raised. He's a VP at Stars Entertainment. He made it 2,000 to go with ace-jack of clubs.
Juanda a little under the weather, showing some respect for others by not getting them sick. Schwartz is a TV exec, so the very nature of his job is to get others sick.
All right, here we go to the flop. 10, 6, 8, all clubs. Schwartz with the ace-high flush. Juanda drawing dead on the flop. That is tough to do. He checks. Schwartz checks. Turn card, 9 of hearts, straight draw on the board.
Juanda with 5 World Series bracelets, but we don't see him stateside too much anymore. He's been living in Tokyo for 7 years.
He checks again.
Let's see if Schwartz pulls the trigger now.
No, he does not. And 7 out there. Now a 10 high straight on the board.
And that card might cost John Jawanda some chips. Actually, Jawanda might not be content to chop this. He might try to represent, say, a jack high straight.
And orange chip. He wants it all. 5,000.
Well, Schwartz has the jack high straight, and that's not even his best hand.
A min raise now. Always suspicious.
I'm surprised Jawanda didn't rip off his surgical mask and say, "What the heck?" Just to recap, the man in the mask is playing the board. The man without the mask has an ace-high flush.
As you mentioned, Jawanda is beat twice with Schwartz's jack high straight and the flush. Yeah, call. And Schwartz picks up some Hall of Famer chips.
See, once again, someone working in TV makes you a little more ill.
Schwartz now over 51,000. Jawanda down to about 10,000. A double dose of sickness here on day one. A short stack as the night winds down. Welcome back to Las Vegas, the main event with over 7,000 players this year. Poker pro Mike McDonald no longer among them. 13 million in worldwide earnings, but only 221 grand in World Series events through the years.
I should bet bigger, but because I like it, I'm going to make it nice and colourful, so make it look like a bluff, but I've got the absolute cocos. All the colours of the rainbow. All the colours. We've got orange, we've got yellow, we've got blue, we've got black, we've got green. They have rainbows in St. Louis, Eric? What do you think? No shame in passing, I told you. All the colours of the rainbow. All the colours. Don't call. Don't call. Don't call. Save the chips, because I like it. I told you, I was going to re-raise you on the flop. Don't call. I got it, man. I got you beat. I got the nerves. Make a nice color. We got 68.50. All right. 68.50. All the colors of the rainbow. Look at this. Nice and colorful. Look at this. We're gonna mix it up, confuse it a little bit, make it look like a bluff. Look, it's a bluff now. That's a total bluff. Look at this. Oh my days. I got it, man. Don't call. Don't call. Okay, call. Call. You go. You win. King high. I miss diamonds. King high. You win. You win. I miss. You want a hero call me with one pair? You win. You deserve to win the pot. You had the ace. You have the call. King high. I missed. I missed. You win. You win. Great call. He's my hero. My hero. Yeah. He called. I missed. You win. You win. You win. Can I mark or he has to call first? Seriously, you win. King high. King high. I missed. King high. I missed. I missed everything. You got my number. He would have called me 10 minutes ago. He's got my number from St. Louis.
I've done that. I pulled around a small blind.
Ace is up. Have a look. Ace is up. It's good. All right. We had it, man. Ace is up. All right. Good job, man. Good job, Eric. Keep it coming. Keep smiling. It's good for the game. Good job. I had it, man. I had it. I told him I had it. Why don't you tell him I had it, man? I had it.
I am reminded of a tweet last year from the great Barney Boatman, quote, "The best speech play is selective, situational, imaginative, original, and often reactive. Jabbering nonstop," he wrote, "is not speech, it's noise."
And plenty of it. Maria Ho on a pot.
Okay, yeah, you show that hand.
The guy next to Maria Ho has been on earbuds since level 1, but he still hears her.
James Woods, short stack shoves, gets through.
Oh my God.
The gal next to James Woods also converses with earbuds.
See, I told you, like a chip.
Yeah, they were good chips. Thank you. Yes, they really were. Because believe me, I don't have any skill. I got that luck.
Back at the feature table, nobody feeling lucky with the ace-queen-6 flop. Jean Fabre with pocket jacks hates it. Negreanu with bottom pair only. Giuseppe Simon with pocket kings. They're good, but we know kings are ace magnets.
35-year-old French filmmaker played and cashed in his first main event last year.
2,700.
Blonde, would you have even seen a flop with pocket jacks?
Unlikely. I keep a hidden Zippo lighter, and I just burn them every time I get one. All right. We saw Fabre fold. Negreanu will call.
Daniel lazily playing his suited connectors. Are we keeping him up?
Another ace out there. Daniel checks it. Simon checks this one.
I would have liked to seen a bet there. This isn't Jules and Jim, it's the main event.
Another queen. 3 pair for both, but Simon's kings are best, of course.
Oh man, now you have unleashed Daniel Negreanu Inc. with his scally-wagging, swaggo-foosing shark's teeth.
Aces and queens on board. Samant with pocket kings, but it's Daniel betting 3,800.
Yeah, this is vintage Daniel. It's why the main event is so great. They're so deep on day one. You can make plays like this because even if you fail, you still have a lot of chips left.
French filmmaker trying to figure out the script here.
10-7.
10-7? 10-7, ace, queen, 6? I mean, that's a stretch even for me. Sounds like a guy with jacks who's hoping I have 10 high so he can call a jack high.
Last year, Samant says he was proud he folded pocket kings to Sean Deeb's aces near the bubble. Well, now I want him to dig deep and call with these kings.
Yeah, the rec players hate folding to pro pressure on the river, but that's what he does.
Must be jacks.
They were kings, you bluffing monster.
Did you have 10-7?
No. I didn't have 10-7 either.
All right, good luck.
Daniel doing Daniel. More of the main event right after this. Seated next to the grinder, Michael Mizrachi.
You know, frankly, Phil Hellmuth's entire life is a selfie.
Yeah, the poker brat and the grinder, tough table. And James Woods making his exit.
Once upon a time in America, that man could act. Heck, he still can.
At an outer table, Antonio has it. Top pair strong kicker against Julio Belucio of Buenos Aires, who just raised with a gut shot. Taking a pulse?
Thankfully, Antonio does not have a medical license.
Never exactly the same.
Belucio cashed in the 2014 main event. 50 years old.
He started with 85,000 plus in this hand. Antonio with just 37,000 plus. Antonio will call. Turn card down. 6 of spades. Antonio still good. And checks.
Interesting note, when he was a magician, Antonio also got massages while he was working.
He was that good. Deuce of spades on the river when they both check. Antonio's hand is best here. Maybe leery of the flop raise. Another check. And quickly 25,000. It's getting serious out there.
Oh, Belucio had checked back the turn. Now he bluffs the river for almost all of Antonio's stack. Maybe Antonio will feel his forehead this time to take his temperature.
What do you got?
This is pretty much for Antonio's main event on day one.
Hands on any hand. It was funny. It was a funny day. That's good.
Gentlemen, it has been a pleasure to play with you guys today. I just want you to know that you're all gentlemen, and it really has been a good time.
Sounds like a calling speech.
Bill Kasuf, come here. Help me.
Will Kasuf, come here.
Antonio has engaged him in talk and felt his heart twice. What is his read?
Give it to him, okay?
Nice call.
Our guy. How come he never wins?
And that will put Antonio over 75,000.
How come he never wins? Good call.
He made some chips. He's made a new friend.
Thank you.
So many notables in this day 1C field. Here are some of the stacks. Natasha Mercier with a great day playing for 2. Jason with not as great a day.
I want Chan and Hellmuth heads up for the title again, and this time Johnny wins.
I had a great day. A really fun table. The gentleman on my left from Argentina is a blast to play with. He allowed me the pleasure of feeling his heart, and his pulse was a little bit high. It's the
I am the
truth.
fool of Argentina. He touched my hair.
He let me touch his heart. I mean, I don't know. It was so beautiful. It was like, okay. And everybody was just really cool. I got short and made a hero call correctly and built my stack back up a little bit. So I had a great day. Wasn't looking too good for a second there.
Ryan Reese lost half his stack on day one, but he knows better than most. There's always time at the main event.
Maria Hose made several great runs at the main event, but she better get out of the red zone.
Day one is the beginning of thousands of dreams, and for some, it's also the end. For Daniel Negreanu, a range of emotions. He flopped well.
Lucky flop. Full house.
Made a big fold.
While I started ahead, I'm no longer ahead, and I will fold my hand.
Called light.
All right, bud. Not to see it. Aces. That's good.
And bluffed big.
10-7.
Sounds like a guy with jacks who's hoping I have 10 high.
Weird. Very weird.
Will Kassouf is enjoying the spotlight once again.
All right, we had it, man. Aces up. All right, good job, man.
But he'll have to share it with many others. For Norman, Chad Carrascott, and Joe Stapleton, I'm Lon McCarran. Good night from Las Vegas.
They want to see me win a pot. Like, that's what they're here for.